ratio and the quality of the relevant cost calculation of the requirement. In addition to these 5 award criteria, we have 3 bonus points. The first one is the net carbon removals. The projects also implemented, coordinated and implemented by the SMEs, as Justice mentioned, and this is also new from this year. And the third bonus point is related to projects in the maritime sector. Okay, here just a bit of a view of what it should be included in the different criteria. In the degree of innovation, the applicants should describe the relevant state of the art, including both the technology and the commercial aspects, where the main innovations of the project stays, and then provide a quantitative inputs and evidence for cost, technical characteristics, and performance, and the TRL technological fitness level, etc. How to identify the state of the art? You need to compare with previous and ongoing EU and innovation projects, and provide a geographical reference point. Consider the barriers for the scaling up and the technological innovation. So the innovation can be by the technology, or could be the scale up of the solution, or the combination of different technologies, or innovative integration of different technologies that are already mature separately. You need to evidence how do you the innovation that you're claiming your proposal, but comparing the key performance data versus the state of the art, the relevant parameters, consider also energy efficiency and circularity, patents, and also how this innovation will be implemented or integrated into the project line. For the GHG emission avoidance potential, you have to follow the methodology, and for the calculation and for the reporting, there are available tutorials on how to do these GHG calculations. It's complex, so spend time on reading well all the material available and watching these tutorials because they're very useful and very detailed. You need to explain and justify the choices you make on your application when calculating the GHG emissions avoidance and which methodology you are applying. The assumptions must be robust and justified, and the evidence, you need to support the claims and assumptions that you're doing when doing your calculations. For the technical maturity, you need to describe the readiness level of the technology based on the credible data. For instance, if the project has been tested at a lower scale, at a pilot scale, a test to prove that the technology works. Be concise and realistic, and provide key figures and facts. That's very important to have full consistency across all the documents. So the part B, which is the technical description of the project, the feasibility study, assumptions on the business plan, and the GHG calculation. So all these documents should work on the same basis and be fully consistent. Provide relevant data from, as I mentioned, from previous stages of the project, like pilot, test, smaller scale testing, and include all the relevant risks, technical risk, and the mitigation strategies to mitigate that risk. And evidence disclaims via due diligences report, procurement quotes, MOUs with suppliers, technological providers, on-site letter of intent with these main equipment providers or main engineering companies, etc. Resubmissions are very welcome, especially when the TRL is improving. So after the years, you're still working on your solution, and a project that it might not be mature this year could reach the maturity level in the following year. So please, if your project was not selected in previous years, please resubmit it with this improvement in the technical readiness. Operation, I will not speak about financial maturity, will be covered by Lara later. Operational maturity is to define a solid core packages and tasks, so you have to describe how you will manage the project and how will you improve the progress of the project in these different work packages. The work package should be monitored and by deliverables and milestones and means of verification. We have a minimum requirements which are specified in the context, but you can add more milestones or deliverables that you think will help improve the progress of your project. Also need to include your operational risk and assessment in the feasibility study, and to ensure availability of the necessary know-how in the team. So you have all technical and financial skills to develop the product, or you have a strategy of how to achieve these skills. Just know how you need to develop your product. In the timeline, you have to ensure that there's consistency between your Gantt chart and the tasks and work packages and the milestones, and in the FIF, so all the milestones fixed on the FIF in all the documents must be consistent. The timing for these tasks and milestones should be realistic, for instance, construction times, supply of main equipment, permitting, very important, so provide a realistic permitting timeline, rights and licenses, public acceptance, and consider also potential delays in the development of the project. And you need to describe very clear the project parties and the responsibilities of each party. What is the role of each party in the project, and what is the contribution in the different work packages, in the different tasks that are in the project, and set a very clear strategy for the different phases of the project, construction, permits, and ensuring the public acceptance. So again, be consistent across all the documents in the application and provide the contractual evidence to support your assumptions by letter of support, MOUs, terms of agreement with off-takers, key suppliers, vendors, EPC contractors, everything that can support and prove that your project is mature and will achieve the deadlines as you described in your proposal.
Lara, yeah.